Hey, Sandy here. It's not morning coffee time. Matter of fact, it's afternoon tea time. It's time to talk about foreplay. Now, I talked about foreplay before, and it was just a tease, if you get my drift. We talked about preparation, and being prepared is a kind of foreplay. But now, let's talk about sex. Huh? You ready for that? Let's talk about real foreplay. Yeah. I think one of the interesting facts that I learned about foreplay is that pretty much men as well as women would actually like more foreplay. And by the way, foreplay doesn't have to go anywhere. Foreplay can be an event all by itself. Really good foreplay is really good. In fact, bad foreplay is pretty good. So let's start with some beginnings, because that's a very good place to start. I'm sorry, no music jokes, okay? Even if there are guitars behind me. So to get you in the mood, a little foreplay, let's talk about the Kama Sutra. Kama Sutra, ancient love teachings from India. I have this awesome book. It's called, oddly enough, The Love Teachings of the Kama Sutra. But I want to read you part of one of these poems, because I think this will get you ready for the rest that we're going to talk about. Oh, wait. This is how I get ready. I put glasses on. How to begin lovemaking. In your drawing room, lit by the glow of soft incenses, sit quietly, garlanded in pale jasmine, and await your lover's arrival. When freshly bathed with anklets jingling, she comes at last. That's a pun. She's just arriving. Walking loose-hipped among her servants, go out to meet her with a honey-scented wine. Put your arm around her shoulders, teasing her if she's shy, and while she's laughing at some shameless piece of gossip you've been saving, seat her firmly beside you on the cushions. Begin a light-hearted conversation, touching at first only her hands and hair. But steer the talk and your restless fingers into discussing ever more delicate questions. As the lutes of your musicians slowly begin to awaken her desire, you should praise the beauty of the dancers, talking of art, but leaving her into some doubt as to what art you mean. Give her your jasmine for the dance girls, then lie her gently back, and pressing some pan between her lips, that's a kind of a combination of spices and drugs, making sure her cup is kept well filled, massage her body with sweet-smelling oil. Soon she won't object to fingers that stray under her skirt hem and linger at her lightly knotted waistband when her eyes are dreamy and her breaths harsh. Send the servants away. I think I'll stop there. So there was a lot in that, even though it really didn't say a lot. The anticipation of what's coming, the teasing, the laughing, the connection that you make is sometimes as powerful as the act itself. And if you get the foreplay down right, by the way, I also heard that the average foreplay is 12 minutes, But the ideal foreplay is 18 minutes, just in case you want to set a timer sometime. And hey, none of this foreplay of like, oh, no, that is not foreplay, okay? And neither is 40 minutes of begging. That is not foreplay. For as in before. Play as in it should be fun. You can dress up. You can tease. You can caress. Foreplay is it's as varied as your imagination. And remember, when there are two consenting adults, what happens in that bedroom should involve both of you and be okay with you. It's nobody else's business what goes on in the bedroom. The idea of foreplay is to get ready. It's to get you hot, to get you bothered, to get you wanting. And sometimes just the getting there is worth everything. Don't rush through the foreplay to get to the act. Rush through the act to get back to the foreplay. Okay. So I could give you, some specifics. I mean, I know what works for me. I love having my ears gently touched. So does he. I gotta tell you, the biggest turn on to me is when at the beginning he's all dressed up in a shirt and tie, and then he pulls that tie down and unbuttons that top button. Whew. To me, that is about as sexy as you can get. Find out what he thinks is sexy. How fun if when you started to undress girls, there was nothing on underneath. Or there was a bodysuit, a see-through bodysuit on underneath what you're wearing. Maybe no panties. One of my friends, and she's probably going to watch this video, so you know who you are, was telling me that she went on a date with a guy that she was pretty interested in, and she had a feeling that there was going to be some sex after dinner. So during dinner, she excused herself to go to the restroom, and when she came back, she did this. Oh, they have a lovely restroom. Can you hold this for me? And she held out her hand to him and quietly put her panties into his hand. I tried that once. Girls, that is magic. I know that the old thing was girls knew whether or not you were going to get lucky, right? Because it was really up to the girl. Nowadays, it's a mutual decision. And it's a decision that can be so much fun. Now, we're going to spend another whole talk talking about what's it like when you're my age as compared to in your 20s or 30s or 40s or 50s or 60s. Yeah, I'm owning it. I'm 70. And 70, girls, 70 is where it's at. All I can tell you is the foreplay has gotten better and better and more exciting because I know what's coming. I know what's coming because I planned my foreplay. A lot of teasing, a lot of laughter, a lot of fun, a lot of touching, maybe undressing each other, maybe not, maybe leaving your clothes on for a while and seeing what happens there. Foreplay can be whatever you want it to be. You can be in costumes. Oh, and by the way, you don't even have to touch for it to be magical foreplay. In fact, sometimes the not touching and the talking about what you will do, could do, have done is almost as exciting as doing it. So somebody once said to me, yeah, but every time I want to have sex, the kids need something, or I have to finish the dishes, or blah, blah, blah. I heard somebody refer to that as not foreplay, but chore play. Chore play can be good too, especially if it's just the two of you there. How about nude dishwashing? That's always fun. Yeah. Okay, you're going to have to get creative, and I'm going to let you go now so you can start working on that. But this is not our last sex talk. I've got lots more to talk to you about. Oh, and I may even bring on some guests now and then. Hey, if you like this kind of video, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. And for crying out loud, will you please subscribe to my channel? How else are you going to know when I've got another hot video coming on for you? I don't care whether you're touching a naked body, you're winking your eye, or talking about what you want to have done to your body or what you want to do to their body. Foreplay gets you ready, but sometimes foreplay is the end game. Have fun, my friends!